They said it was an accident, but when Hana was only 9, she believed it was her fault that her little brother drowned in the river. She had looked away for a second, just 1 second, to pick wildflowers by the bank. When she turned back, he was gone. And no matter how many times the grown-ups told her it wasn't her fault, the guilt planted itself deep in her chest, like a seed that never stopped growing. Hana grew up in the countryside, where the wind smelled of hay and the mornings began with the crow of a rooster. But even in the peace of the hills, she couldn't silence that one voice inside her: you should have saved him. She helped her parents with the animals, carried buckets of milk to the barn, smiled to the neighbors on the dirt roads. But every laugh she gave felt borrowed. Every moment of joy felt like a betrayal. At night, when the stars blinked above the hills and the world went quiet, that's when the guilt would speak loudest. And she'd cry softly into her pillow so no one would hear. Years passed. She became a young woman. But the weight, it stayed. Until one day, something strange happened. An old monk came to live in a small wooden house on the edge of the village. He didn't speak much, just walked barefoot on the grass, greeted the sun every morning, and smiled like he knew something no one else did. People whispered about him, said he had once lived in the mountains for decades in silence. Some called him mad, others called him a saint. Hana didn't know what to believe, but something in her pulled her to him. One evening, when the sky blushed pink and gold, she gathered her courage and walked to his little house. He was sweeping the porch, quietly, as if brushing dust off time itself. Without knowing why, she sat on the steps and whispered, "I think I killed my brother." The broom paused. He looked at her, not with shock or pity, but with the kind of eyes that had seen many winters, and said, "The river takes only what it's meant to, but guilt takes everything else." She broke down in tears. Day after day, she returned. She told him everything, how she couldn't forgive herself, how she felt like she didn't deserve to be happy. The monk didn't give advice. He asked questions. He taught her how to breathe, how to sit with pain without feeding it. He showed her how to listen to the wind in the trees and to the silence inside her own chest. One morning, as they sat by the riverbank, the very place where it all happened, he gently placed a hand on her shoulder and said, "Your brother is not in the water. He is in the flowers you still love. He is in the way you protect others. He lives every time you choose kindness over fear." In that moment, something shifted. Not all at once, but for the first time, Hana felt the seed of guilt begin to loosen its roots. She cried, but the tears were different. Not heavy like stones, but soft, like rain that helps something new grow. Sometimes we carry a guilt that doesn't belong to us, and in trying to punish ourselves, we forget to live. Hana never forgot her brother, but she began to live the life he never had the chance to. She laughed again, this time for real, and when the wind passed through the hills, she swore she could hear him laughing with her. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to watch our other stories, stories that heal, teach, and help you grow. Because sometimes what saves us is just one story away. Subscribe to learn, stay to feel, and never stop evolving.